welcome to our first episode of Black Balance TV. Woo woo! It's Camia,
Carol,
and we have my friend here, Erin. Why? Because it's
Sickle Cell Awareness Month.
Yeah! Yeah!
Over here.
We got the music here, y'all. Woo! Celebrate!
Celebration! Come on!
If you didn't know these balloons, this is the red blood cells and the white blood cells.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
You're
very,
going to
very
learn a lot
important.
about that today.
So, what exactly is sickle cell disease? Many of you probably don't know. So, we have our resident expert here. So, since you're the expert, I'm going to give you these Minnie Mouse ears.
Look at that.
Yes.
I love this girl.
Yes. I love Disney, so I am all about it. Yes. Thank you.
You are
Thank you.
so welcome.
Thank you.
Glad that you are here.
Glad
So what is sickle cell?
Sickle cell is a disease that is inherited from your parents. It's a trait that's passed along from generation to generation. So when you have two traits from each parent put together, you get the disease.
So, in other words, if both parents have the sickle cell trait, each child they have together has a 50% chance of having the sickle cell trait, or a 25% chance of having the sickle cell disease, or a 25% chance they will not have the trait or sickle cell disease. Wow. So what exactly does it affect in the body, though?
It affects everything in the body.
But the red blood cell, like what happens to the red blood cell?
The red blood cells, what happens is they start off in a normal, like any other blood cells. They do not carry as much oxygen as a normal person would.
Mm-hmm.
So you get tired very easily, which is where the anemia comes from.
Mm-hmm.
When you go into a crisis, they turn into a sickled shape, which is where you get the name sickle cell. So when they turn into that sickle shape, they become a little bit harder, they become sticky, and they stick to the walls of the blood vessels and clump together, and that's what causes the pain.
Just in case you were wondering, crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, not that we really think about like how the body works, but
Right.
I mean, we all just get up so effortlessly in the morning. You know what I mean?
You won't realize it.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's just like,
and studies say that the reason why sickle cells first originate in the human body, and it's mainly African Americans who have it, but it was to fight malaria.
Right. It was a genetic mutation.
She's mutated, y'all. She
got
got powers. She's
I'm gonna be an X-Men one day.
But you
one
don't
day.
You don't have to worry about that Zika virus.
Okay. Yes, I do. Yes,
You
I
do?
Don't put that on
Let me
me.
stop you.
Don't put that on me. I'm not trying to. No.
Okay.
But it started in Africa with a large outbreak of malaria, and the body was trying to find some way to combat the malaria, and so it just happened that the body genes mutated and produced these sickled
Cells.
basically. Yep.
Bam.
For the longest time, it's thought to be just a black disease, and that's not so. That's not so at all.
No.
There's still a large number of Hispanics, large number of Indians. Just about anybody can get it.
See? And the thing is, like, even the little bit that I do know, they do naturally say just as the majority affects people of color, but I think that's very important that you just said that it affects a lot of us.
Yeah, I've met a lot of different ethnicities that have it. I even met a white guy that had it, and I was like, wow, that was my first experience of meeting somebody white or Caucasian at the time that had it, and I was kind of like, wow, okay. So yeah, he told me his story, and come to find out that he actually had black ancestors that passed the trait down, and his blood was just the right mixture.
Ain't nobody safe.
Yes,
Right.
so it doesn't discriminate. Sickle cell is not racist. Yes.
Right.
But so, like, I feel like you probably have, like, hospital
hospital chronicles or something, like, because you're in the hospital frequently.
Yeah.
So you probably got like stories for days.
Oh my gosh.
That's hard.
It's a lot. I've been hospitalized since I was about 4. So I had my first crisis, as my mom told me, at 3. It was nothing major. She said I just came to her and told her my leg hurt. So she said, I said, mommy leg hurt, mommy leg hurt. And so she said that was her first experience with me, or my first experience really, with me having some type of pain. She said it lasted for a day or 2, and then that was it. And then I can remember my first crisis, maybe about 5 or 6, where it really took me back, really took me down, and where I had to go and get treatment in the hospital, fluids and pain medicine and all of that. So that's my earliest memory of a crisis.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy though.
Yeah.
So like, as an adult, like, I don't know if you put it in this way, but in a month, how many times do you go to the hospital?
Oh man, honestly, it depends on a lot, because I never know when it's coming around.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on the time of year.
Mm-hmm.
Any extreme weather, extreme heat or extreme cold can affect you. So for me, because it always differs, it always, my body just, like anybody's body, it has a mind of its own.
Yeah.
Right.
So I really, if I can control it well enough, I have pain on a day-to-day basis.
Mm-hmm.
There's never a day that goes by where I'm just like, oh, I don't have any pain. And
Really?
it's always there. But
That is crazy.
Mind blowing. Just in case you were wondering,
I have to say, for all my ladies out there with sickle cell, that time of the month really affects us too. So it really, for me, it gets worse. My period is one of the worst times for me. So that's something that I don't look forward to every month. I know none of us do.
No, we don't.
But that time of the month is really, really hard on me, because with cramping and fatigue and all of that, my sickle cell likes to kick in along with that. It just has something to do.
So is that a hospital visit, or is that hibernation at home?
No. A lot of times it does call hospital visits.
Mm-hmm.
Just this past month, I was hospitalized 4 times last month, because I had just a really difficult cycle, and it caused me to go into a crisis that was really hard to get under control. So when you have that and you just can't take the pain anymore, you end up in a hospital after so many doses that they feel like your pain's not any better, in you go. We call it prison. It's prison.
Hospital prison?
No, just prison.
Just prison?
Oh,
my bad. I'm sorry,
It's prison. You locked down.
I'm trying to make it sound nice.
Yeah, you locked down. You can't go anywhere. So what can I do?
But see, knowing Erin, I've gone to visit her many times in the hospital. But I know from her stories that she said, like, even hospitals discriminate against people who have sickle cell.
Yeah.
And I think that's definitely something.
They discriminate from people who have sickle cell?
You have a hard time, because one of the things that I hate about doctors really feel adult sickle cell patients are just drug addicts.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious?
Because we've taken such high doses of pain medicine all our lives, they think we've just become addicted to it, which is not the case. I mean, that medicine is so strong that you literally, you're not going to be able to do anything for the rest of the day, maybe the next couple of days after it's given to you. So I don't know why they would think this is something that I would want to do.
Right.
No, absolutely not. Like, if I could trade this off, you could take it back to the store. I'll take a refund. I'm good, but no, you get a lot, you have a hard time from the doctors a lot because they do feel like we're just addicts, and I didn't get that until I switched from pediatric to adult care. That's what I loved about my mom. My mom was always there for me as a child. When she first found out about it, of course she was upset. She explained to me that it was something that she was really upset about. She was crying, but when she realized, okay, how detrimental it could be on my life, she went and, did all the research that she could. She didn't have the internet at the time, guys, so that was good that she got as much information as she did back then. But yeah, she did a lot of research on it, and she made sure and asked the doctors questions. That's something I really suggest to parents of sickle cellers out there. Ask questions. Just keep asking. I don't care how ugly they are. Ask as many questions as you can, even if it seems like a stupid question. Ask, because nobody else is going to know what your child is going through except for your child, and you can only relay it as best as they're relaying it to you. So ask as many questions as you can, and that was something that my mom started teaching me early on. She started to, she told me as a young child, this is what you have. You need to make sure you don't overexert yourself. You need to make sure you get enough rest. You need to make sure you're drinking water all the time. So she educated me on this very, very young.
Right. So I think that it's so important that there's awareness. Like I was telling the girls earlier, on my newsfeed, I wouldn't see anything about sickle cell on Facebook if it wasn't for her. Like, I would never see anything.
I don't either, which is so sad.
And it is because people really don't understand how much it affects us. It really, you can die from this disease.
That's the real reason why there needs to be more awareness, and that we're making this video, because we really want to celebrate Erin, because she's just so upbeat. But also just to know that this is something that needs to be talked about. We need to be having the challenges for it, and seeing it on our newsfeed, getting donations, and
donate blood, people. That's one of the biggest things, because we deal with this a lot, and we don't our bone marrow does not make normal blood cells. They make cells that will sickle. So getting blood transfusions a lot, it happens for us a lot. It's sometimes, luckily for me, I have not had to have as many blood transfusions.
And you said when you give a blood when you give blood, make sure to let them know that it's for sickle cell.
You would like to donate it for sickle cell, and they will put it for specifically for a sickle cell patients. Yeah, so that's one of the biggest things that I can tell people is donate blood, because we do have blood transfusions a lot, and that's something that's really needed.
Absolutely. You can also donate money as well.
That moolah, baby.
Don't be shy about it. Any bit helps.
Every bit helps.
Every bit
helps.
Every bit.
Yeah.
So there's many different foundations out there that you can donate to. Just research it, find one, and just donate it.
Right.
Donate it. Donate money.
Donate.
Donate.
Blood money donated.
Blood money.
Blood money.
Blood money.
Money.
Donate that blood money.
And just in case you were wondering, I know you love how dolled up we are, but another way you can support the sickle cell community is by easily just putting on some lipstick.
And hashtagging it bold lips for sickle cell.
Right, take a selfie. We all take selfies now.
Yes, we do.
And post it on social media.
Put on some bold lipstick, hashtag it bold lipstick for sickle cell, and show your support for us. It's something that we need. Yeah, definitely.
Come on.
Yeah. So to show my awareness, I brought my shirt that says, "We don't know how strong we are until being strong is the only choice." Sickle Cell Awareness. So I'll have it on. I don't have it on. It's too hot in here.
Okay.
It's hot out there.
Hot in here.
But honestly, people, don't stop with September. Like, continue to research it, raise awareness about it. Donate blood, donate money for medical funding. Yes. We have to let people know how important it is to raise awareness.
Bye-bye.
Bye.